Big Loftinator.
Yo.
How are you, big fella?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about this on...
For a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, you're finally up on the couch upstairs.
Yeah, finally.
We've been, it's been in the works, I guess, for a little while.
Yeah. It has.
You've got a lot of knowledge on some
Yeah.
pretty cool topics. So.
Yeah. So let's kick into it,
And,
people.
where's my drink? Oh, cheers, big fella.
Cheers.
Oh, jeez, I should have got another one.
Well,
You start the audience off.
Yeah,
So, we got, his nickname's Lofty.
yeah, my nickname's Lofty.
Grantinator.
Yeah, Grantinator, Grant, G,
So we
Lord Lofty.
we got him on. I think your expertise is a few different subjects, but
Yeah.
also, maybe explain what sort of.
Okay, so basically, I'm a film fan, and I know a lot about film history and movie locations as well, and I've got a lot of people that are in the movie industry or were in the industry, have now moved on and done different stuff.
Yeah.
So, that's my main love is movies.
So I think this will be an interesting chat.
Oh, it will be, mate. It will be.
I'll let you get started, and I did a rookie mistake and came without an extra one, but you've got an extra one lined up. So
Well, you could knock on the door for...
yeah. So I'm going to quickly grab that,
Yeah?
and then I'll be straight back. So you
want me to entertain the
can
guests?
go with the flow, my friend.
Okay. So, yeah. How shall we start, people? Well, I was telling Jason yesterday about Back to the Future. About the original title for... Well, it wasn't the original title. A Universal studio boss... he actually didn't like the title Back to the Future, and he thought Spaceman from Pluto was an interesting title than Back to the Future. I was just telling the viewers about...
Yeah. Oh, what we spoke about off air?
Yeah, off air. Yeah, so...
Let's choose a cold, fresh one.
Yeah. So basically, like I was saying, the original, the Universal Studio boss didn't like title Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
He thought title was a little bit lame, and he basically thought Spaceman from Pluto was a better title than
That name's ridiculous. Maybe in hindsight it's ridiculous, but
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
But he thought that was the best title ever.
Yep.
And he told, he actually sent a letter to Steven Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis, and Bob Gale saying, this should be the title, Spaceman from Pluto.
Yep.
Steven Spielberg sent him a letter saying, oh, thank you for your wonderful letter. We all had a great laugh. And we're moving forward with our work, and thanks. And it was never discussed after that.
But when we spoke about it off air, you said there's actually an interesting scene in the movie.
Yeah, the interesting thing about it, the title Spaceman from Pluto is actually in Back to the Future, where Marty crashes the DeLorean back in 1955 into the house.
Yeah.
No, actually not the house, sorry. Into a farm shed.
Yeah.
And the family come out, and this little boy's holding a comic book, and on the comic book it says Spaceman from Pluto.
Isn't it funny how there's probably so many little nicks and knacks in quirks in so many movies, but unless there's some people that actually notice it, some people that don't.
Well, Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, have you seen it?
Yeah.
That opening scene with Indy going into the that bomb house kind of.
Yeah.
That was actually from Back to the Future. That was the original ending from Back to the Future.
Was it really?
Yeah. They couldn't.
So was it directed by the same person?
No. Steven Spielberg directed.
Yeah.
But he was also executive producer of Back to the Future.
So it all gets linked up.
Yeah, it actually does because it was in the original script to have that original ending for Back to the Future.
Yep.
And Universal's like, we're not going to give you $1 million for that ending scene. So they were like, so what do we do? Oh, we'll just film it on the back lot. So
Really?
So they filmed the ending scene of Back to the Future is on the back lot. And that's how the clock tower and all that became more famous.
Oh, okay.
And the opening scene for Indian Crystal Skull is from the original script of Back to the Future.
That's
The only thing was, I don't think they even changed a lot of things from Indy and Back to the Future, because the original idea for Back to the Future wasn't to have with the time machine, wasn't a DeLorean.
Oh, really?
It was a fridge.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So when
that
you
reminds me a little bit of Futurama.
Yeah. So when you watch Kingdom of Crystal Skull and see Indy jumping in the fridge, that's what Marty was originally going to do.
So the fate, like what makes it sort of famous now, the DeLorean,
Yeah.
was almost not in it.
Yeah.
It could have been like just a normal fridge.
Well, it's funny because Ford Mustang. The funny thing about this, Ford went to Universal and they heard about Back to the Future and like, we'll give you a Ford Mustang to be DeLorean.
Yeah.
And Bob Gale, who's the co-creator and producer of Back to the Future trilogy, said, Doc Brown doesn't drive a fucking DeLorean. A fucking Ford. He drives a DeLorean.
So he obviously had a personal interest in DeLorean.
And because of the wing doors and that, make it a little bit more
And obviously the DeLorean is like it's all like aluminium finished and just really unique.
But not only that, the DeLorean wasn't even popular.
Yeah.
That was the only car they made before DeLorean went bankrupt.
Yeah. And that DeLorean was like one of the most unreliable models.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like one of unreliable cars. You see, I watch other clips where people own DeLoreans and stuff like that, and they all say the same thing. You read up about DeLoreans, and they just had a lot of electrical issues and stuff like that from factory.
Oh, it's just...
But it's still pretty cool to have it in the movie.
Yeah, and I actually touched the original A car before they refixed it all up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
because...
You've been around, mate.
Yeah. Like, when I went to Universal Studios, they had the A car of Back to the Future. They had 3 DeLoreans for the films.
Yeah.
So they had the main car was the A car. The B car was stunts and that. Yeah. The C car, they would cut the front off and do close-up shots.
Ah, yeah, okay.
And,
So they wrecked 3 DeLoreans to make that movie.
Oh, they wrecked more DeLoreans for the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Because, like, in Back to the Future Part 3, the DeLorean gets destroyed by a train.
Yeah.
But I was listening to the auto commentary and they're like, well, the train really couldn't destroy it, so we had to blow it up at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So when you see that camera shot of the DeLorean getting destroyed, it's getting actually blown up.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was, so Universal Studios has that car sitting out in the sun all day, and over the years...
just on show.
Yeah. Over the years, people started nicking stuff and that, and then Bob Gale, who created Back to the... Well, one of the co-creators, basically said, DeLorean's... The time machine's getting wrecked.
Yeah.
Just sitting out here. How about we get some guys to refix it? So they got a bunch of Back to the Future fans to refix the original A car.
Yep.
And now it's in the LA car museum.
Undercover and
Yeah.
Yep. Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
It gives you a little insight into Back to the Future.
Mm.
What other little quirks and knickknacks is in different cult movies?
Oh, different cult. Well, we were watching Upgrade last night.
Yep.
And that's by one of the co-creators of Saw.
Okay.
And his name's Lee Whannell.
Yeah.
And basically he's from Melbourne.
Yep.
And
That's pretty cool.
yeah, he filmed Upgrade all in Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
And like it's a very underrated film, but a very good film of 2018. I reckon it's one of the best science fiction action films of this year.
Mm.
And like
I gotta say, we'll get back to that, but I gotta say, like, a lot of movies that come out in probably the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, there's nothing that really at the box office that excites me too much.
The only
because it's all been done before.
Yeah.
They just redo it or
yeah, exactly. Like the only film that like has actually tickled my fancy in a while was John Wick.
okay.
Yeah, John Wick 1 and 2 really tickled my fancy. I'm like,
Yeah.
because the first one was by two guys who were stuntmen.
Yep.
And they directed this film together.
Okay.
But they couldn't say it was by two directors. So they had to give one credit to the director.
Okay.
So
see all these little knickknacks. You seem to be across it all.
yeah,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, that's what you find out when you watch different. Apart from this podcast, people.
Yeah.
Like movie podcasts and all that.
Yep.
You find little nicks and knacks.
Yep.
And all that kind of stuff, and it's interesting when you find all that kind of different stuff. Like, yeah, like you were saying, there's nothing like with Hollywood. I was speaking to a friend at work, and he's like, with Hollywood, it's just remakes, reboots.
It seems that way.
No
me,
originals.
Like that's why I probably was more keen to get you on, because I'm not really a movie buff myself. Yeah. But like, just for a casual viewer, I haven't probably been to movies in years. And if I have, it's to see probably like a superhero movie or something like that. But like, nothing is that exciting anymore to me in movies.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's either, like I said, like we stated before, it's either like a remake of an old movie, with just bigger explosions and bigger sound effects, or like most of the ideas are taken. That's what I'm getting at. There's not much original things you can go and see, and geez, like, wow, that's it in my personal view.
Yeah, like I was blown away with Upgrade.
Yeah,
because one, it was original.
Yeah,
like it kind of had, to me, it had the old school style of like RoboCop, Total Recall.
Yeah, okay. Because I haven't seen Upgrade, so it sounds like I've got to see it. If
it's
based off that, or if it's that sort of stuff.
No, it's not based off those films, but it's inspired by them. But as the director Lee Whannell said, he's like, I was also inspired by the original Mad Max.
Yeah.
And Mad Max 2, it was inspired by. So I was like, I can see that.
Yeah. You can see.
Yeah, I can see the little. Even Saw. The first Saw was in. A lot of people don't know this. The first Saw was inspired by Mad Max.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the original ending of Mad Max.
Okay.
Because the original ending of Mad Max, Max changed, handcuffs Johnny the boy to a wrecked car with handcuffs.
Yeah.
And gives him a saw. And he's like, if you can hack your leg out in 5 minutes, you'll be able to get out.
Yeah.
And he puts like a little flame near the petrol tank. And then Max basically limps off.
Yeah.
jumps in the Interceptor, and as the car's going away, you see this big explosion. You're like,
true.
maybe Johnny didn't live. So, and that's where they got the idea for the original Saw. And going back to Lee Whannell, the film with Saw was, when it came out, it was groundbreaking in a way with horror films. Like, one Australian, Screen Australia and Screen Victoria didn't want anything to do with Saw. Because they gave
Of course they didn't.
They gave them a script.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're not going to fund you this.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what do we do now, kind of thing. And their manager said, take it to LA. So they took it to LA. And Lionsgate's pitch is like, hey, we love your idea, but we don't get this Australian saying.
Yeah.
What you got in the script. Oh, we'll change it to American.
True. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And this was Saw?
Yeah, this was the original Saw. And they're like, yeah, okay, we'll give you $1 million for the production. And bang, you get first Saw film. And then Screen Australia's like, we just got fucked in the ass. So what do we do now, kind of thing. Then Wolf Creek. Because you look at Wolf Creek, came out, and everyone's going, this is the most scariest horror film and that. I didn't think it was scary.
No.
I watched it, I'm like, you told me this is the most scary Australian film? Really? The only thing that was scary about it, they were saying, it was loosely based on true events.
Yep.
And that's what scared a lot of people.
But was it loosely based on true events?
Well, those two British backpackers, what?
Back on the news.
Yeah. And Ivan Milat.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of thing. So that's what they were saying. It's loosely based on those. But so was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That was loosely based on a serial killer.
Yeah.
And so was Psycho.
They all got to get their influence from somewhere.
Yeah, so was the original Psycho. That was loosely based on the same serial killer. What loosely inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I've never been into thrillers or horror.
Yeah.
And the movie that wrecked it for me was the original It. I saw that back in the day.
Yeah.
And when I say back in the day, it came out probably when it was already out when I was like a kid.
Yeah.
And I saw it older. And after that, I've just never been able to. I know it's not real, obviously.
Yeah.
But I just get too freaked out.
I saw that when I was about 7 or 8. Because my sister wanted to scare the shit out of my brother and I.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's how... when it comes to horror, a lot of the horror stuff that I like is because of my sister.
Yeah?
Yeah. So she wanted to scare the living shit out of us. So she basically showed us It.
Which, for a movie of its time, was scary.
Oh, it was. And then, not only that, she read us the book by Stephen King.
Oh, really?
To fuck us up more.
You poor soul.
And, so... but not only that, like, with horror, I'll tell you, any viewers are going to piss their pants laughing at this one. When I was about 5 years old, I walked into the lounge room to say goodnight to my sister. She was watching Jaws.
Yep. The original?
The original. Yeah. And there's a scene where the shark jumps out the water, lands on the boat, and eats coin.
Yeah.
And I've looked at the screen going, I did number 1 and number 2 in my pants at the same time.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's pretty
Yeah, it is pretty...
Looking back, that's pretty funny. You can laugh on it. At the time, you poor soul.
Yeah, but not only that, now jump to when I'm 7 years old. Yeah. We go up to Sydney Aquarium. We're going for the sharks.
No.
I'm literally holding onto a pole,
Yeah.
and my dad's trying to rip me off. And I'm like, no, there's sharks here, get me.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I made a scene at Sydney Aquarium. And then not only that, when I'm 15 years old, we went to Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yeah.
And we're doing the famous tram tour. They got the shark on the fucking tram tour. And the
You've been
shark,
tormented by the poor.
the shark is on my side. I tried to ask my sister, can I jump there? And she's like, no.
Because she knew.
Yeah, she knew. But not only that, she's pushing me over so my head's sticking out
Oh, dude.
when the shark came out. And
That sounds like the classic family stitch-up.
oh, it was. I literally almost jumped over my sister onto my mum. That's how fucking scared I was.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for the swearing people.
They're used to it.
I'm
It's all good.
Scottish.
The
But
viewers are used to a little bit of how you going.
yeah. But yeah, that's how it scared shit out of me.
But Nat, can you watch it now?
Oh yeah, I can watch. I love Jaws
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I can see why it's so beloved by fans, and I'm one of those fans. I even because I'm on a Facebook movie group.
Yeah.
I posted an idea for Jaws, for a new Jaws film.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And but
Okay, is it copyrighted? Can we give the listeners a little insight, or you don't want to share it?
I'll fucking share it. I don't know the rights to bloody Jaws, but this just, it's like when Kevin Smith said something about an idea and people's heads explode. He doesn't own the rights to Batman, but he'll tell you what he thinks. So
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I think of the new Jaws film. So basically, if they did a new Jaws film, I wouldn't call it Jaws.
Yep.
I'd call it Amity Island, which is the island where Brody's family in the original Jaws
Yep.
lived on, and that's where shark attacks happened.
Yep.
And basically, it would be about 40 years after Jaws 1 and 2. So you're basically retconning 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
So they never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really a good thing, because
They weren't the best.
they were shit out. But,
Like, was it Sharknado and...
oh, it wasn't that bad, but it was bad. But, yeah, so you said it 40-something years after Jaws 1 and 2. Brody, sadly, well, the actor has passed, so we would say Brody has sadly passed away.
Yep.
His grandson would be a new deputy,
Okay.
and the old deputy for Brody would be the sheriff.
Okay.
And shark attacks are happening again. Brody's grandson's like, Sheriff, we got shark attacks happening. And like, last time this happened was 40-something years ago.
Yep.
And your grandfather took charge. So, kind of thing, the two of them got to kind of work together in a way. And that's how I would like to see a new Jaws film. But that.
Did it get good feedback, or mixed reviews?
When I pitched the idea, a couple of people liked it, and a couple of people like, nah, I don't want to see a new Jaws movie.
That's just classic social media.
Yeah.
You get bagged for saying something logical these days. So.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah.
I tell you what I got really fucking hated for was Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
Now, I said Mad Max Fury Road was okay.
Mm.
I didn't think it was the best Mad Max movie.
Yeah.
The first two are the best.
Yeah.
And I said this on social media. I got so much hate, and I swear to God, it was from Americans.
Oh, really?
I reckon it was from Americans saying, oh, you don't know fucking Mad Max and all this kind of stuff. Mad Max Fury Road is a masterpiece.
Was Mad Max, the first Mad Max,
Yep.
was a little bit of that filmed in Little River?
That was filmed in Melbourne. So
Yeah,
it was,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Little River and Geelong.
Yeah.
It was also the first.
So I used to work down there, and
Yep.
I used to go down that road
Yep.
that takes you to the pub or whatever, on
Yep.
Little River, I
Yep.
think it is. And then
And you go over the bridge.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, this is where this would
Yeah,
have
that's
been
where they did the
back in
famous.
the day. There would have been cameras and little
Yeah,
setups
yeah.
everywhere.
Terry Gibson. I just became Facebook buddies with him. He actually did the
dropping the names.
He did the jump over the bridge on the bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I've got to quickly take a toilet break, but you keep going, and I'll be straight back.
yeah. So
This drink in my bladder's too small.
so basically, yeah, Terry Gibson did the famous over the bridge jump with the bike. So yeah, that was a pretty epic film, the original Mad Max. So yeah, yeah. Also, Mad Max 1 was the first widescreen Australian film. So, and it was once again it was one of the lowest budget Australian films at that time. And yeah, it was pretty epic movie, the original Mad Max.
I'm back.
Yeah, he's back. So I was just
Sorry,
telling.
Grant, 2 interruptions. Another was with the lack of beer, and then the second one, too much beer.
Yeah. I was just telling the viewers that the original Mad Max was the first widescreen movie.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I tell you what, this is what we got you on.
Yeah.
These little bits I had no idea about.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, it was the first film to be shot in widescreen, and it also Mad Max.
What a cult movie that was back in its day.
Like I know a couple of buddies from the first film. Roger Ward, who played Fifi.
Okay.
Max's boss.
Yep.
And
but like even now, when you go to car shows and stuff, you always see like Interceptor or you'll see one Mad Max inspired car.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shit.
Obviously had an impact.
Oh, it did.
Generation.
Like I was saying to the viewers, it was the lowest Australian budget for a film.
And when was the first one released?
1979.
Wow.
And then they filmed Mad Max 2 up in Broken Hill, and that got released in 1981 of December.
Oh, okay.
And then it was released in America in 1982, and it bombed.
Really?
Again. Because it's funny, because when Mad Max was released in America, they had American actors doing the voiceovers.
Ah, that would have been terrible.
Oh, it was shit out.
Especially the technology back then.
But not only...
Like when you watch old Kung Fu movies and they've been westernized.
Yeah, and basically, it flopped in America, and Warner Brothers, who were doing the rights for Mad Max 2 over in America, is like, you can't call it Mad Max 2 in America. No one will know what the fuck you're talking about. They're like, okay, we'll call it the Road Warrior. So they called it the Road Warrior in America.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
And one of my mentors, what was at my work, he said to me, he's like, in America, I saw the Road Warrior before I saw the original Mad Max. And he's like...
It was the same movie, wasn't it? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was number 2.
Yeah, it was number 2.
Ah.
And
did we just call it Mad Max 2 here?
Yeah, we call it Mad Max 2 here.
Okay.
And he's like, I really didn't get Mad Max because it was a prequel.
Yep.
He's like, I said, it's not a prequel. He's like, what? I'm like, they filmed Mad Max before Mad Max 3. He's like, really? I'm like, I thought it was a prequel because it was released in America as The Road Warrior and then Mad Max.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, nah, it's the other way around. He's like, oh. And I said, have you seen the Australian version? He's like, what's the Australian version? With all the Aussie accents in it. He's like, no.
Mm.
And it wasn't...
Why do they do that?
Oh, I don't know.
Why back in the day, I don't think they do it anymore, but why back in the day did they change... If it was in English, why did they change accents and stuff? Why didn't they just... Obviously, it's just a moneymaker. Like, Americans want American accents, Australians want Australian accents.
Well, they did it with... A lot of people don't know this. They had to change a little bit of Crocodile Dundee.
Did they really?
Yeah. For the American...
Careful what you say, mate. You're talking about a national treasure.
Yeah. Oh, just for the lingo. Because...
Oh, yeah. But I never understood shrimp on the barbie anyway.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. But, no, it's just interesting when you learn that kind of stuff. And,
yeah.
And,
So what is your favourite movie to date?
Oh, fuck.
I'm putting you on the spot. Come on.
Oh, shit.
Grantinator's
He's putting me on the spot, people.
Grantinator's movie of the all time. That like obviously it's gonna be movies you haven't seen yet, but
I wouldn't say. See, that's the thing with me. When someone says, "What's your favourite film of all time?" I could say one movie one day, and then I could say
true.
next.
Well, what's up there? What's up there?
Well, definitely what's up there is Blade Runner.
Yep.
And the sequel to Blade Runner 2049.
Mm.
That was a fucking good film of 2017.
Yeah.
But it didn't
do that well
at the box office.
Mm.
Same with the original.
Yeah.
But everyone loves the original.
Yeah.
And once again, on this Facebook group that I'm on,
yeah,
people are going, Blade Runner 2049 is the film.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but so is the original.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you guys are just noticing it now? Why didn't you guys notice it when you saw it in the cinema?
Mm.
Kind of thing.
What's your thoughts on old actors like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, and they're still trying to be jacked, full of they're just pricking themselves every day just to do another action movie.
I actually, on all honesty, I felt bad for Sylvester Stallone not getting that Academy Award for Creed.
Okay.
I love Creed because I'm a big Rocky fan.
Yeah, okay.
And I love boxing and that. And I thought Creed was a really good boxing film. And Sylvester Stallone, he knocked it out of the park. I was like, fuck, man. He was really good at that. And then he got the Golden Globe. He won the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, he's going to win an Academy Award. Then he got robbed. And I was like, you can't. He was brilliant. Give it to
You should know every industry in the world works on money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But the
he's cracking his second. We're getting into it now.
Miller Gold sounds like a fucking beer. That's from Entourage, people. Get into it.
He's a man of movie knowledge.
Oh,
on the silver and the big screen.
Yeah, well...
I remember you and Glenn are pretty into Entourage.
Yeah.
You watched it all together?
I actually got him into Entourage.
Mm.
I actually got our original Entourage crew into Entourage.
Mm.
So, like, the way that I got into Entourage was my brother's ex-fiance's brother.
Yeah.
Because he said to me, he's from Sweden.
Yeah.
And he's like, you like movies?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. What's Entourage? Mark Wahlberg is the executive producer. You saw it? I went, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I watched the first episode. I was like, I had a full straight face. I'm like, this is Entourage. And I didn't like the pilot until I had a mate come over, and I played him the pilot episode. He's pissing himself laughing, and I'm like, "Am I missing something
Yeah.
here?"
You're
Until I got the second episode.
You're a tough cookie to crack.
Until that second episode, yeah, cracked. And I'm like, I get it now.
Yeah.
And then we watched. It's funny because when my mate came around, we watched about 6 episodes the next night because my parents were away on holidays.
Mm.
And Glenn was still living at his mum and dad's place.
Yep.
I said, Glenn, I've got the house to myself. He's like, shit, I'm coming down to your place. And I said, I've got this TV show called Entourage. Do you want to watch? Like, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Put it on. We watched all 8 episodes in one night.
Yeah.
He's like, do you have any fucking more? I'm like, no. And then I had to start buying.
So you said Mark Wahlberg's the producer?
Yeah, he's the executive producer, Mark Wahlberg.
Did you know Mark Wahlberg
As Marky Mark?
Yeah, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. He was a white boy rapper.
Yeah.
That's how he started his his fame. His climb to fame, I guess.
Yeah, that's after he got out of prison.
There you go. I didn't even know he was in prison.
Yeah, he was in prison for about 6 months or maybe 4.
Was it tax fraud?
Oh, it wasn't tax. It was robbing and stuff in Boston. He was doing.
That was probably all staged for his rapping career.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was because when he was in prison, New Kids on the Block music video, and Mark's brother Donnie Wahlberg was on there, and Mark's like, "Fuck, I could have been one of them," and the guys in the prison said, "Well, yeah, in here, aren't you?
Yeah.
So who's the biggest dickhead now?"
Yeah. But anyway, I think on that note, we might wrap this up.
Yep.
But thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
No worries,
You're a man of knowledge, and I reckon me and the viewers would love to have you on for a few more.
For sure, bro.
Let's tee it up.
Yeah.
Let's sync our calendars and tee it up.
Rightio, people.